I one way tear down today this box, supposedly a relay box from Soviet battle tank. So it is in quite bad condition, in fact, and I have too many of this stuff. You can see the paint was redone here. I have too many of this stuff, I cannot keep everything, and it is typically the kind of stuff which will not sell on eBay, because in fact I have only one who would actually purchase this kind of stuff. So I have other of them. I need to make some free space, and I will just retrieve interesting relays inside. So here is the model number for you and part number. 2 connectors with a glass insulator, you can see through. On the back, aluminum cover with some kind of very sad damage here. I do not know what happened here. Probably they did glue something and then they did remove it and try to scrape the glue, and the paint on the aluminum did come with it. Rubber seal all around. So what do we have in here? I did already remove 2 of the screws to save some time. Take your guess. Yes, we have wires and relays. So here is the back plate with the rubber seal. I am taking off. Actually, I may keep this part because sometimes it is always useful to have some pieces of rubber to make stuff. And it is in good condition, so it is a keeper, can always be handy to have. So this will go to the scrapyard, well, maybe it can be used for some project, but I already have a lot of raw materials in stock. So, and we have inside, as you can see, a whole bunch of wires and relays. So where to start? I will try to undo the screws of the connectors in the front. Yes, you can see here the holes for these screws were filled with epoxy. So maybe some of the screws will be very hard to undo, but at least these ones are possible to undo. So maybe we should have a seal under this connector, I believe. I can expect, but no. Yes, there is a O-ring around, in fact, and it is all. So you can see this box is quite thick. I have still maybe 10 of this kind of boxes. One day I did purchase a big grab bag of Soviet electrical boxes from battle tanks. So there is some of them are interesting, but the other ones are all the same. Just a box with connectors and relays inside. So in fact it is quite boring, it is very heavy, and it is space consuming. Here we are. So on this side we can see there is a bigger relay here, bigger contactor maybe, even you can call it. This model of relays or contactors were used also in aircraft. I have this plate here with a number of a smaller metal can relays and a bigger one on the side. And it looks like we do not have any other kind of component in here, just relays. So will it come off or not? Perfectly not, because I have these 2 other screws to undo. So just one more second or 2. And of course the screw is stuck. Okay, let me finish this one. Try to. here we are. It should come off, but there is a wire loom in the way, which is this one, so we will negotiate with a wire loom like so. And here we are. So you can see this connector did come loose. It is soldered, so it will be possible to retrieve it and save it for reuse. What do we have else? We have standoffs which are epoxide on this side, in fact. So I will try to remove them in order to be able to sell the box as scrap metal. And we have this. So two different kind of relays on here. These flat ones. So it is more or less a PCB, but there is no tracks. In fact, you just have metallized holes for the relays. So it will probably be possible to unsolder them easily and save the relays. We have a dead cord, maybe, no. So this one must be very nice quality. And this one, yes, this one is quite cool. We have nice information on it, but no date code. Or maybe here, yes, 1986. So very nice shielded relay. You can see how they did wrap the wire here around the pin and put some heat shrink. If not, these two ones should be totally in contact. And also you have a very typical use of a red lacquer or paint or anything over the solders to mark they were checked or something here also. So I have this wire loom to get rid of. I guess like so. Okay, so these will be nice parts to retrieve. You can see the standoffs here are very rusty. And now we are left with the bigger one, the contactor, with two bigger screws. I hope they will not be stuck. No, it is good. I have been keeping this stuff for at least 10 or 15 years. It is taking space and not really exciting. So if at least we had interesting electronics in these boxes, I may have kept them, but here they are just relays, so I will keep some of the better ones, but the random ones like this one. So we have a nice contactor here with this mounting bracket. You can see I will keep it as a wall part. Fairly simple to use. Two contacts for the coil and two contacts for the high current contact in here, which must be located under this bakelite cover. So we will see maybe if it did spark or not, if it was used or not. Could be interesting. If I can undo this screw, of course. Okay, so we have a model number here, TKD 501D0D, and we have the contacts which seem to be silver plated and which seems to be unused. Yes, I can see. I'm not sure if we will see, but really there is no any spark mark, so probably it is new old stock. This thing, it was never used. And given the size of the contacts, I guess you can pass at least 20 amps through it, no problem, maybe more. So it is a keeper. This thing can be used. I do not know the voltage of the coil, or maybe we can try to check the voltage of the coil. I guess it might be maybe 24 or 27 volts or something like this. So I will start with 5 volts. Probably it will do nothing. No, nothing. 10 volts. I hear a little noise. Maybe my power supply is not beefy enough. 15, yes. So maybe I go to 12. No, 12 is not totally enough. So it is somewhere between 12 and 15. Is okay. Or maybe it will keep stuck longer. In fact, if I decrease, yes, at 10 volts it is still stuck. So you need a little bit of power to actuate the thing, but after it will remain closed with a lower voltage. Even at 5 volts it is still enough. It will cut at 3 or something like this. Interesting. Very nice clicky noise also. Okay. So this will go in my stock of parts after cleaning the terminals, or at least getting rid of some of the wires. On the box here, the last connector did just fall out, so this is almost ready for the scrapyard when I will have removed these things. So thanks for watching, bye bye.